Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. How you doing, KD? And everybody in the chat, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I'm sure by now everybody knows about the school shooting in Texas. Now, I'm going to take this in a whole different direction from many of the people you heard. They're talking about, what a shame the kids died and it's too many shootings and we hear the typical things all the time, but there are certainly more things to be said. We in the Black community should see this as a sign that they have no way to keep your children safe when they are away from you. This country absolutely cannot keep your children safe in these schools. And look, Parkland should have taught you, even when there is a service officer in the school, Nicholas Cruz was able to slip in there and kill 17 people. So who's going to keep your children safe when they're away from you and up in these schools? Who's going to keep them safe, ladies and gentlemen? Because right now, no one can keep your children safe. And that's what we need to focus on. So if you are going to send your children up to these schools, just know you're gambling with your children's life. So, ladies and gentlemen, no, Wheezy Jefferson, you can't lock schools down, because in the kind of buildings kids are in, that would be a fire hazard. So if you got the building all locked down and a fire breaks out, that's going to be a problem. That's why they don't have them locked down. That's one of the reasons. But in my opinion, think about this. If they brought in more officers in these schools, then that would be a detriment to Black children, because we know by design they're going to target your kids up in that school, because this is what always happens. And it just amazes me, in America, it's okay for an officer to put their hands on your child and abuse your child and beat on your child. But if you do it as a parent, you should go to jail. And see, these draconian laws are for the birds. But America is full of crap, y'all. They are. And we're going to talk about other topics too, but I want to focus on the schooling. So, just stay with me on this one. I'm going to share my screen because there's something I really want you to see. Okay. If you can see my screen, please give me a 1. I just want our people to focus on keeping your children alive. I want you to focus on not letting your children get abused at the hands of racist students and racist teachers. All right, thank you. I want you to see something. Hold on one second. Let me just get this set up, because I really, here we go, right here. Ladies and gentlemen, look at how many school shootings there are in America in comparison to other countries. This alone is a disgrace. Now, these numbers are from 2009 to 2018. But look at how many shootings, school shootings, are in America in comparison to other parts of the world. Now, how is it that Canada, France, Germany, Japan, Italy, and UK can keep their numbers down or have no shootings at their schools, but Americans act like this just can't be done? As soon as you start talking about the shootings, oh no, my gun rights, my gun rights, my gun rights. You see how sick, first of all, you got to be one sick devil to watch a pile of dead children bodies and out of your mouth is my gun rights, that's the first thing that comes to your mind, right there, something's wrong with you. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, these folks harp on guns because there is no way they can maintain this earth without a gun. We done seen them fight with their fist. And I think it's safe to say if they had to use their fist, this whole world to them would be lost. Okay. So they're literally holding the whole planet hijacked. They're hijacking the entire earth just so they can be in power with weapons. And this why it tells you in the scripture, our father said he's going to render those weapons useless. See, he knows what's maintaining their power. It ain't no brain, it ain't no high IQ, it ain't no smarter than everybody else. It's weapons. So, yes, the world is in a hijack state. We're not willingly going along with this BS. And looking at these numbers, these people are incapable of keeping your children safe. There's going to be more school shootings, more funerals, and your children will never be safe in the possession of these people. We're not even safe. The community, any given day, you could be out there walking and some cop can come along and end your life. The power of that weapon. And yes, people talk about owning guns, and I think gun ownership is one of those things you should have. But listen, let's be real. You're not going to be up at that school with your gun when somebody intrude on it and start shooting up the school. The parents that got guns, where are you? You're not up there helping these kids. You're off working and doing your thing while those kids are in school getting shot up. So yeah, you may have a gun, but you're nowhere to be found when these shootings are going on. You can't be everywhere, at any time of the day. So if these folks aren't going to protect your children, ladies and gentlemen, then you have to decide to keep your kids at home or find a school where it's safe and they haven't had any incident. Look, there were incidents even when I was growing up. I remember one person came up to the school with a big knife. They were after somebody in the school, and the police was called, and that person got arrested. So it goes to show you how far back they have not been able to protect the school. And let's be real, do you trust your enemy to protect your children? Look at how we get treated on any given day in America. You trust them to protect your kids when they're away from you and in these schools? Of course, they are not going to do it. America has not adequately protected these schools at all. And all they're going to do is come up with some little game plan. Oh, well, we'll arm a few teachers. Yeah, okay, so you arm teachers. What if the person comes in the building that's not near any classrooms? Let's say they come in through the gymnasium or they come in through a side door, a fire exit. Okay, where the teacher with the gun may be far away or on a whole different side of the building from the intruder. I mean, I'm just telling you, they haven't come up with anything that is remotely foolproof. And they won't. So you have to decide, look, I done had enough. I'm getting my kids out. Or you may just take a chance and gamble with your child's life and just keep sending them out there. That's on you. But just look at these situations. America is not and have no track record of keeping schools safe. but they'll be stomping their feet and carrying on after the lockdown, talking about get these kids back in school, get them back in school. Okay, now they're back in school and kids are dead. Now that same parent screaming and hollering to get them back in there, they ain't gonna come up with no plan to keep kids safe all across America. They just want their badass kids out of their house. So I just hope many of you that got children will do the right thing. Do the right thing by your child, because America sure won't. They won't. It's been too many incidents. Now, you saw that chart. 288 school shootings from from 2009 to 2018. 9-year period. But in other countries, they're showing a 0 over that same 9-year period. What the hell does that tell you? These people couldn't run a dog pound, y'all. They're not suitable to lead. That's why, look at the shape this world is in. These are not leaders. You can't have a demon leading you. But that's what this world is. We have been hijacked by a legion of demons, and this world has been falling apart ever since. And look, people get killed on jobs more here in America than anywhere else. And look at this baby formula situation. Do you realize America is the only country on earth that's struggling with baby formula? And here's just some advice to my subscribers that are trying to get baby formula. Look at Canada and Mexico to ship your formula to your house. Stop listening to these knucklehead high IQ people that couldn't think past 2 inches in front of them. They're still running from store to store. Why I can't find no formula? Why can't I find? Go online, go to Amazon.ca, and have that formula shipped right to your door. Do you hear me? Mexico is not having a baby formula issue. So if you live close to Mexico, get your formula from Mexico. These things are not hard, but they're all over the news. Oh, people have been going to 5, 6 stores and can't find no formula. Well, what at one point do you sit down and think, if this is only happening in America, then maybe I need to have formula shipped in from another country? Duh. But see, this is the price you pay listening to those with high IQs. I keep telling y'all, these high IQ people ain't no good for anything, especially for thinking. Okay, they're no good. Canada, they use the same formulas that they use in America. If you can't do nothing else, get your ass out on Canada.amazon.ca. They got tons and tons of baby formula, liquid form, powder form, sensitive, regular. They got it all out there. Just get yourself out there and grab up that baby formula. They got plenty of it. They're not running out of it. And stop sitting back waiting for high IQ people to come up with a solution. Your rock out in your front yard could probably come up with a solution faster than them. I don't want my people worried about that stuff. We are better than that. And we know we're better than that. And you do what you got to do to keep them babies safe if they're going to be out of your house. Now, I can't tell you what to do with your children. All I can do is tell you what's going on and tip you on to what you need to do to keep them safe. And right now, homeschooling is probably the way to go. If you even if you work, if you got a family member that can work with them, a grandmother, a sister or brother that can work with your child while you're away and they're willing to help in educating them, then go that route. I realize many of you are tied up working. So if you being there for them is not an option, try looking for another option. Please. I'm just so sick of seeing our babies get hurt and killed and racially abused by some of these students that parents are sending them to school to do that mess to your black child. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the whole thing. So, y'all, I just wanted to put that out there and show you those numbers. And it just proves that America ain't trying to do a damn thing to keep your children safe. They're not. These folks have not kept us safe for 5 centuries. What makes you think they're going to jump up and do it now? They won't. They won't. So, family, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this live stream. And I just want to let you know that I love each and every one of you. I thank you all for your support and everything that you have done for me. And it has not gone unnoticed at all. Anthony Bates, thank you for the super sticker. And V. Hannah, thank you so much for the super chat. Angels surround our children. Yes. You know, we just got to make sure we pray and keep that strong hedge of protection around our children because I know realistically, I know everybody is not going to homeschool their kids. I just know this, and I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I am going to speak how I feel about that, because I believe they deserve to be protected. But at the end of the day, many of you, probably the majority are not going to keep their children at home. They're going to still send them right on out here in the middle of Babylon to go to school because that's exactly what's happening. So, everybody, may the Most High keep his strongest and most permanent hedge of protection around you at all times. May he keep your family protected and may he watch over your children whenever they're not around you. And on that note, everybody have a wonderful day. Shalom, family.